my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. We have my day on the Quilt Alliance. I want to share Bliss with you again, talk about summer memories and what am I doing there, and a few other things, including an iron discount for Aliso Irons. So anyways, first, let me just say thank you for all the wonderful notes. I shared yesterday's video, if you didn't watch it yet, just about how some negativity about my work and how it impacted me, how it made me feel, and how I wasn't really sure. I wanted to share it, but had made a decision. Yes, I wanted to tell you about the situation that happened because, you know, it happens to all of us. All of us, we share our wonderful things and something negative is said, whether it's about your quilts or whether it's about you know, your gardening or your cooking or your work that you do for a living. There's always going to be somebody that has to make themselves feel better by saying something negative about us. And so we all encounter it. And unfortunately, I don't know if you're like me, you probably are. The negative ones are the ones we remember, the ones that eat at us, the ones that stick in our craw. You know, we're like, you know, why can't we just get rid of that thought? We all know it's a minority of people. We all know it's not our problem that these people are unhappy or rude or whatever they are. Misinformed, but we'll be kind. They're just misinformed. They don't know. We can educate them. So that, you know, it happens. And so I decided yesterday for that video that I would tell you about my situation. You know, the people, you know, just basically were just really ridiculous about my quilts and, you know, and then move on. I felt like, well, maybe if I did that, I could just sort of move on, because honestly, it has been a month since that happened and I still think about it. And so I knew I needed to resolve that for myself, and I'm a talker, so let's talk about it. And so many of your notes were just wonderful, thoughtful, sharing, supportive, and funny. Some of you are downright funny. I really appreciated, I appreciate the humor, because it breaks that spell, doesn't it, of when you're sort of in a grouchy mood or whatever. Humor helps all of that. So anyway, that is, so that's done. I will do my thing here. Okay, so today let's first talk about Quilt Alliance, because I am part of the Block a Month, which is a 9-month series for Quilt Alliance members, a free block of the month for the members. And it is my month to share a block. And we were asked to do something that was sort of a riff on maybe what is a favorite block of ours, and also was not too difficult. You know, we didn't want a complex sew along. So I did kind of a variation of a churn dash. So a churn dash will normally have 2 bars, you know, this piece will be split in half, so there'll be a chunk right here. So instead I made this pretty vertical inside, in between each of the big half square triangles, which also then makes the center look sort of a little bit bigger in scale, even though it's not, but I just thought it'd be pretty. And this is with my porch swing fabric. So the Quilt Alliance is an organization that's been around a very long time. This is their birthday celebration, and they are committed to storing and sharing the stories of quilt makers. They gather stories about people's quilts, about their work, whether they're people who are well known, semi well known, or just people who have family quilts, maybe made only a couple of quilts. The variety of stories they have is wonderful and rich and delightful. It's what makes quilting so amazing, because you can meet somebody and find out, you know, that they may have been quilting for a while and you didn't even know, because they just do it for themselves. And so you get to see and hear about some of their work through the Quilt Alliance. You can listen to the stories, they're recorded, some are video, and then there's transcripts, so if you prefer to read the story. So it is quite a lovely organization that is a history keeper, a story keeper for our craft. So anyways, the link is below for the Quilt Alliance. If you join, you'll be able to get in on the sew along and pick up the blocks. There have been 2 already, and what I can't wait to see Georgia Bonesteel's block. She is in this quilt along as well, so that'll be so cool because she has really been a pioneer for many of us who have been quilting a long time to Georgia Bonesteel's books and her television shows. So yeah, very fun. Okay, so next thing is let's take a look at Bliss, because Bliss has to go back to its home. It needs to go back to the Fat Quarter Shop, but this is a kit that you can get. And when you order the kit, put in, what do you put in? A code. Yeah, Bliss 22. When you put in Bliss 22, you get the entire printed set of patterns along with the kit. But if you already have the patterns, you can just buy the kit and you can ask for another set, whatever. But it is so it is so lovely. The colors are really pretty, and I love this format. It's a sampler, so each of the blocks are different. There's 12 blocks, and then you have this fantastic quadrant type setting along with the flying geese pointing in from the outside with a little border. So it's super, super fantastic. The back is, there we go. There's the back, and it is bound in an aqua, very light aqua, like this color here. It's actually, I think, that same fabric. Today is what, Thursday? Today is Thursday. Tomorrow evening at my website, I pick three, there we go. 3 winners to receive a kit from the Fat Quarter Shop. So the link is in the description box, and you can pop over there and enter, or you can just purchase it. The link for that is both where you enter and down below. Another thing that I have on the calendar, but I've told you that I'm on the slow train for summer memories. The Summer Memories is this wonderful book, and I am working on the picnic quilt right there. But I'm on the slow train. So I still only have those 4 done, and I'm doing a 3x4 setting. I'm going to do slightly smaller than the original quilt, unless by the time I get that part done, I change my mind and do one more. But I have a feeling that's what I'm going to do, 3x4, right? Is it 4? What am I? Yeah, 3x4. So there I am. So I'll just give you a status. I have not progressed any. I was doing the other things in my space. I was clearing and working for multiple days on that. And so when I was doing that, I did zero, the big old egg of no sewing. So now I'm feeling a tad behind, but that's okay. I will get it worked out. Okay, now I did hear that the Liberty boxes are shipping. I had hoped to be sewing mine, which I'm still going to hope for. Sewing by the time I reveal, I'll at least have the top done for you. But the boxes are shipping, so watch for that. Now remember, don't spoil it. There will be a day that we'll do a reveal. The Fat Quarter Shop will sort of give us a heads up, like, okay, this is a good day. Because, things take a while to get to everybody. And then you'll start seeing reveals. But if you've gotten yours, don't show anything. If you're in my Facebook group, we won't approve it. So, that way we can at least try to keep the secret going. All right, I want to show you something that came, and we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look in the box. I'm going to hold this up. Oh my goodness. So the Warm Company, they are, okay, shout it out. What are they? Batting. They're a batting company. See, I knew you knew what they were. They sent me this lovely box, and so here we go. So I am going to peek in here. We're going to open it and take a look at what they sent me. So this is exciting because I have used their batting in the past, but I haven't had a sampler so that I could sort of think through. And what I want to do is I'm going to take each of these battings and have my long armor Karen quilt something, and then I'll keep track of each one and sort of do a little test. Maybe I'll wash it and then see how it works. So with the first one I have in here is the 80-20. And this is the one I've used. I've used the 80/20 quite a bit, and so it's a awesome batting. It works super nice. It's fairly flat batting. It's not fluffy, which I like. Okay, they've got 100% cotton. So they got 100% cotton one, and I don't know what the quilting distance is. I'm not going to take the time to read all this, but it's on here somewhere. But the 100% cotton ones are the ones that will crinkle a little bit more. So if you love that look of a crinkled quilt when you wash it, the more cotton in it, the more it will crinkle. So, all right. Then next is the warm and white. Now, being that the batting is white, if you have a white background quilt with a lot of a white background, these are nice because you don't get a little bit, if you've got sort of a yellowy type batting, a little bit yellow shade, that can actually sort of change the color of your quilt so it's a little less white looking. So a lot of people like, if you're doing a lot of white in your quilt, to get a white bat for that. And these are made in the US. Their battings are made in the US, so I thought you might like to know that. Okay, 2 more. This is the warm and plush. Okay, that's also 100% cotton plush. It is fluffy. I guess it's a little bit more fluffy. That's cool. So I want to try that. So I will have to read up. It says it's 50% more soft. Cool. There's a lot of information on the back in 3 languages. So that is cool. It's much thicker. Do you see that? It's thicker than the others. So plush. And then they sent me their Insulbrite. And this is for doing insulation in like pot holders, table mats, things that you need to have that sort of protection of heat. Where the heat comes and you want to protect the surface underneath, that's what this is good for. Also, if you want to do like a lunch bag or a bag, some sort of tote that you're going to put cold things or hot things in, this will help keep that a little bit more in the temperature. So cool. So thank you to the Warm Company for sending these for me to try out and experiment with. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Actually, today, Karen, the quilter, is coming to drop off something, and I'm going to be giving her these to play around with. So very, very cool. All right, I want to go and get I'm going to get some irons to show you. Yeah, give me a minute. My friends at Aliso Iron have a discount just for my followers. So you have to use my link, and then you put in Pat 30. I think that's what it is. Look below there. Yeah, Pat 30, and you get $30 off of the this style iron, the regular iron, the Pro. And it comes in the pink, it comes in yellow, which I've been using lately. There's a turquoise and a purple, and the Mimi G version. So I'm going to show you the Mimi G one because you might not, they're all pretty much the same iron. There's a couple of different features, I think, on a few, but oh, wait. I forgot to show you the box. Mimi G, if you're not familiar with her, so it says on here, open here and press on with your next project. Mimi G is a clothing designer, and she is a friend of mine. She has been around quite a while. She was on Project Runway and did really well. And so she is just a super force of nature. So she is so cool. Mimi G. You can follow her on Instagram. She probably is on Facebook too. So here is her box. Let me just move this stuff. There we go. All right. So here's her box, and it's of course got a little bit of leopard print for those of you who really like to be a little bit more snazzy. This might be the iron for you. And then you just pull it out so you can see how well everything is packaged. Whoop. And there is her iron. Here's her box. What's it say? Hello, darling. She always says, hello, darling. I say, hi, friends. She says, hello, darling. So Mimi G, X's and O's. So here is her iron, which is very cool. Very, very cool. It's still got all the tags and everything, because I haven't used this one yet. There's the styrofoam. So if you are in love with some more neutral tones, if you want a brown, you know, tan, black to go into your space, that this fits your style, this is what you want. So this is also $30 off of the Mimi G brand, and it's like the other ones. And so let me just show you the feet on it real quick on how that works, because it's just magical. Well, I happen to have an entire stack. We're not going to press all these. We're not going to press all these right now, but I have a whole stack that needs to be pressed open and trimmed for Mikasa. Like, yes, this means I'm that much closer. So close. Okay, but I digress. Okay, so let me just show you the iron here. Now the iron has little feet, this here, and then right there where the black is. It is hot right now, so when I put it down, listen. So the feet lift up, and that means while I am working, I can just leave it set down. I don't have to set it on its end. And this is really makes your work not only faster, but for those of you who have some strength issues, you just need to put it down once. As soon as you touch it, the feet pull up the second that you touch the handle. Because you see these little dots along here? That is the sensors. So when I'm holding it, see now I'm down on the surface, take it up, and they lift. So if I'm going to press, I can press like this, and then I need to pull it open, let's say, and rearrange it. I can just set it there while I'm working, and then press open. Okay, there we go. This is the fruit salad for Mikasa. So cool. Okay, I'm gonna press and flip another one open. So I'm just like taking advantage of your time here so that I can get a couple of these done. Yeah, that's really what I'm doing. Well, let's do one more. Okay, here we go. One more, and then, yeah, okay, I'll stop. All right, so here's one of my tips though. When I'm going to be done for a little while, I will set it on its behind. I will set it here like this because it is hot. It is very, very hot iron. You work with a hot iron, and it is very close to the surface. So if I leave it on my surface all the time, like for 20 minutes, that's crazy because all that heat is piling into either my wool mat or onto here, and it'll just scorch it because it's very hot. Now, if you are working on a very low setting for some reason, really, really low, you probably won't have that problem. But I'm working on like, give me the heat, baby, give me the heat. So I'm all the way up at the linen and cotton setting, and I just do not leave it down unless I'm actually working. So while I'm working, I do that. Okay, should I do another one? No. Okay. All right. I give. All right. Let's go back to the other side. It also comes with its own pourer for the reservoir. And right here you can see, here's the reservoir on top. And so you will pour in here and you can watch it rise. And then this just clicks down like that. I think this design is really brilliant for filling it. Now you do fill it horizontal, and then be sure you clicked it, because you're going to pick it up like this, and the water level will be below that seam, but still you want to be sure you've got it closed so it doesn't like, splash some water out or something like that while you're working. Get that locked down. Okay, last thing is that the Confidence Stitch is still running their super cool sale until June 17th on fat quarter bundles. So they do custom fat quarter bundles by color. It is 10 fat quarters for $20. It's their blowout, and so there you go, and you can find, like, if you want to get a purple bundle, or they do a mix bundle, and they do such a fabulous job. They have beautiful fabrics. I know many of you have done this in the past and really enjoyed it. Okay, so this is just a little spin around. Hope that if you are doing the Quilt Alliance, that you share your block today. I would love to see it, or this week, or whenever you make it, since it's my month at the Quilt Alliance. Get in on these discounts. Get yourself an iron if you've been thinking about it. Oh, while you're there too, if you want a carry case, you can pick one of those up. So they've got these cool carry cases for them. They're very nice. They're like a felted wool type material. So with a nice zipper on the end, it opens up, super easy. Okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will